So, I didn't have a ton of time off camera to get stuff done. I did a little bit of exploring. And by a little bit, I mean I went a bunch to the north. I can't zoom out any further than we currently are. You can see I kind of zoomed around. I have found so many temples, and honestly, the whole ocean is filled with these things. Like, in a normal vanilla world, I never have this luck with temples. Like, I might find like one if I'm lucky. But I have found so many of them this time. But more importantly than that, whoops, we did find a desert. And in the desert, well, Mesa's desert, this lush desert is fantastic. There's this lavender forest, also great. Savannah, maybe a little less great. Some marshes and stuff over here, nothing, spectacular. Some Alps, highlands. Actually, the Alps are down here. But we did find some more of the creatures in the animal dictionary. And so, we did find rattlesnakes. There wasn't particularly anything interesting here. It's saying that you can make a special poison resistance potion. I might have found roadrunners up there. I honestly don't remember. It says deserts and badlands, so maybe. I did find emus. I have found shoebills. They're over in the swamp. Or the marshes, really. They're not really swamps. I found emus. I found kangaroos, which, as we learned last time, or maybe we didn't do it, check it last time, but they are tameable. We could tame ourselves a kangaroo. And I guess you can access their inventory, which, could be fun. I found elephants, which I also found out are tameable. They, with these acacia blossoms, and then you can ride them around, which is also cool. I don't know if you can ride the kangaroo. It feels like you should be able to, but maybe not. Weirdly enough, I found this disgusting looking thing. It's, basically a cazador, and cazadors are disgusting and deserve to die. The weirdest part about these is that they can be tamed. They just go out. Like, what? That should not be a thing. Why can you tame these things? More importantly, you can get the tarantula hawks, and you can, their wings, and you can combine their wings with an elytra and get a special armored elytra, which is pretty good. But I'm wondering now if some of these things we're not going to find unless we specifically look for them. I have found frilled sharks. I didn't bother with them because they're way down in the depths of the ocean. Not really worth looking at. Lobsters, or not lobsters, mimics, turns out, can breed them with lobsters. I assume that these things are basically impossible to spot when you're just flying around like I do. But maybe I'll try to find some. And there's other weird things here, like tigers. Are tigers tameable? I'm not seeing anything that says tame. You can get tiger's blessing, but it does not, tame them. This void worm looks ridiculous, and honestly, like something that we, should not even deal with. But you get this crazy dimensional carver pickaxe, which I guess allows you to go to other dimensions. But from what I've read, this thing maybe doesn't spawn naturally, but you instead has to be summoned by throwing a crimson mosquito larva inside of an endophage's capsid. That doesn't sound like anything that we want to do. Let's use the endophage. End Midlands. I don't know where that is. I don't know what these things do. I don't know if we even... These things looks disgusting. Going through here, we already seen drop bears. We haven't found platypuses. River biomes. Encountered rarely in river biomes. It doesn't seem to say that you can tame them. But you can transport them in a bucket. Warped Moscow. This doesn't look like something that we want to experience. When a crimson mosquito sucks the blood of a strange fungal creature, especially one covered in warped fungus. That's my frog, right? It's covered in warped fungus. So if I'm reading this right, if the crimson mosquito sucks the blood of the frog, it turns into this disgusting thing, which we can then get to upgrade the blood squirt gun into a much more powerful gun, potentially. I don't think this is, again, something that we want to even bother dealing with. A guster, I assume, in the desert. Manifest during storms in the desert. They can drop some interesting looking things. Pocket sand. Of course. Need pocket sand. I think I've seen a mantis shrimp in the ocean. You can tame them by feeding them tropical fish. These things in real life are like crazy. A mantis shrimp in real life can punch so fast underwater that it evaporates the water around it. It's crazy. We then have sus that can be found in mushroom fields. I don't know what they do, but don't really care. Alligator turtles. Can we tame these things? I don't think so, but it gets a better hat. I like that one. Yeah, I'm not seeing a tame button there. Crows we can tame. Those things we can tame. Seals. Can we tame seals and not club them? Definitely not club them. Don't club baby seals. You can trade with the fish. Blobfish. Not even worth our time. Craft fish oil. I think fish oil was used for another one of these creatures. Either way. Oh, it's nighttime. Nothing particularly interesting there. A couple that we might like to tame. Like that. I would like to tame that frog that we found. But potentially more important than that is the fact that we do need to start working on the factory. So as cool as those things are, we do have, more important things to be doing at the moment. Like gathering tomatoes and stuff. And throwing them in the chest over here. So we got to get started on our industrial foregoing, which requires us to make a fluid extractor, which should be fairly easy. We have a lot of iron. We have some gold. I was also looking at this because I need to make a sledgehammer, but this only has 6 upgrades when this had 6 upgrades to start with too. So I'm like, why is that? Why? Why is that 6 and not 7? Shouldn't these be 7? Like this should be 7. It's at 6. Why is that not 7? But whatever. We'll probably. The reason I'm saying that we need to make those is so that I can go down there and get a ton of resources real fast. Like, would be nice. But anyway, we gotta switch from this to at industrial. I missed the R. And so we need, I probably should just looked up the things that we need. Fluid extractor, pity machine frame, wood, and a block of redstone. Guess what we don't have any of? Redstone. And all of our finding things. Redstone is like the one thing that I have not found much of. So quick into the mines we go. Alright, 1 10-minute mining trip later, and we finally have enough redstone to do this. Plus with the 3 in there, we should be good. We need wood. It's part of the issue here. I need so much wood for all these things. So we need a piston. Piston, we should have memorized by now. I bet you I've already messed it up. Nope. This thing, though, is a whole block. Was it logs in the corner, or was it planks? It was logs. New recipes unlocked. Check your recipe book. I have no intention of doing that, game. But now that we have all this stuff, we should be able to build this thing. Takes 2 more cobblestone, which we have. A weighted pressure plate, which we now have. Oh, is this in the middle? Hold on. Just do like this. Bam. Fluid extractor. If I'm understanding this thing correctly, there's a skeleton in the forest. But we want to put this over here. This is going to eventually be our factory over here. We just actually have to get around to making that. But if we put this up, what in the world? It says power is optional. What are you extracting fluid from? If I put the log, will it start extracting fluid? Oh, it does. Not hovering with a tank. It's slow, but it gets the job done. It's going to break the log eventually is the problem. So if we're looking at this, it takes 2 buckets every 12 ticks for 1 log will end up turning into 3 whole buckets. That's going to take us some time. Now there are speed upgrades and stuff that we can add to this from what I'm looking at here. Efficiency, speed. What does our book say? Does our book say anything? Unlocked 6 out of 6. I mean, this says that we've already unlocked everything. Which seems a little crazy because I'm pretty sure we have it. But then see, we need a latex processing unit, which requires a bucket of this latex and more redstone that I don't have. So, redstone ore is tier 4. No, tier 2, tier 3, tier 3. Ethereum turns into yada yada yada. You can blast smelt it, that mana infusing 1 with a conjuration catalyst will give you 2, or you can turn redstone dust with an alchemy. 6 from this. Fermented ore meat from a fluid sieve will give us redstone dust. How do we get fermented ore meat? Raw ore meat. How do you get raw ore meat? Washing factory will give you you can wash a redstone ore to get liquid meat and raw ore meat. What can you do with liquid meat? Sounds so gross. Mechanical dirt. What? I'm so confused by what this thing is doing. I wanted to see the uses for it. This is not the use for it. This is the... Oh, you combine this with this. 1 redstone ore. Do you lose the redstone ore? Because then this doesn't turn... 1 of this will turn into 2 buckets of this, which half a bucket of that will turn into 1 redstone. Energized smelter enrichment chamber. Redstone furnace. Phytogenic insulator with a flux tooth spore. What? Phytogrow. Flux tooth spore. Is that a plant that we can just make? These mods are getting really weird. What other ways can we get this? We don't want that. We want that. Induction smelter is probably the best way to do it. That's, I don't know, pulverizer, I think, honestly. Multi-servo press actually will get us 9. That's only from a block of redstone. Redstone ore is what we're looking for. Or this, Phytogrow. Appetite, niter, and sand. I might actually already have some of those things. I might not have niter. How are you doing? Not even a bucket yet. It's a little annoying. Alright, this is going to take a little longer than I thought it was. I either can build multiple of these or wait it out. I was kind of hoping to get started with this mod today. But I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes and wait for this to do its thing. So we're not going to do that. Instead, I don't think we're going to do much else either. We could go try to tame a kangaroo. Then I have no way of carrying it back is the problem. Come on, game. All I want is to get myself some sludge. I feel like that's not that hard. Make one of these. This might actually be useful to dissolution chamber. Requires a diamond gear though. Transport resources, generators. When the machine energy buffer is full, it will... Oh, so that's just saying it will continuously use fuel even if it doesn't need to. Bioreactor. Creates biofuel. Which biofuel can then be thrown into a biofuel generator. That's probably what we want to do. Because we're going to ideally get so many saplings and garbage that we're never going to be able to use all of them. At which point we will just start throwing them all into our turning them all into biofuel, turning that biofuel into power to make more sludge. That is our end goal here, is to just make as much sludge as possible. But for now, I think we're going to wrap this episode up. Because it's going to take forever for that thing to produce 1 bucket of latex, which is then we can turn that 1 bucket of latex into a latex processing unit, which we can then start making our plastics. I don't think we needed plastic for this, but we definitely are going to need plastic for everything else in the game. Well, in this mod anyway. So for now, as usual, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you around for the next one.